Hello, everyone. Scooty Double 7 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the 6-3 Detroit Tigers taking on the 3-5 Chicago White Sox. This is game one of a three-game series. And we are here at U.S. Cellular Field. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Detroit Tigers. Leading off the left fielder, Cleat Thomas. Batting second, the second baseman, Placidio Polanco. Batting third, the first baseman, Carlos Gullin. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the right fielder, Maglio Ordonez. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Miguel Cabrera. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Jacques Jones. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Edgar Renteria. Batting eighth, the catcher, Ivan Rodriguez. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Brandon Ing. On the mound for the White Sox, it is Jose Contreras, no ERA. 7 innings pitched, 1 win, 7 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, no strikeouts, and 1 walk. U.S. Cellular Field gives a +1 to strikeouts and a -1 to walks. And with that, Cleat Thomas batting a 167. Here's the pitch. (2-6), possible error on a throw. 6-3, line out to Creed. Creed's error rating is a 13. That's a 19. No error there. And that is out number 1. Let's take a look at the lineup, at the defense for the White Sox. Out there in left field, Quentin Anderson's at center, Dies at right. Around the horn, Creed at third, Cabreras at short, Ramirez at second, Corneco at first, Hall behind the plate, and Contreras is on the mound. Placidio up. He's batting a 344. The pitch. And that's going to be 4-4, question mark. Double star and a 1-3. The 10 is too high. 5-1. That's going to be a base hit past Creed for a base run for Polanco. Carlos Gullin up. Gullin's batting a 287. Strategy roll 11. Here's the pitch. 3-4. Possible error. 5-1. Ground ball to Ramirez. Error rating is on a 1-5. That's a 14. No error there. And that's going to be a double play. So 2 away, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Chicago White Sox. Leading off the left fielder, Carlos Quentin. Batting second, the shortstop, Orlando Cabrera. Batting third, the designated hitter, Jim Thome. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Paul Corneco. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Jeremy Dye. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Joe Creed. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Brian Anderson. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Alexi Ramirez. And batting ninth, the catcher, Toby Hall. On the mound for the Tigers, it is Dontrell Willis. Comes into the game with a 2.25 ERA. No wins, no losses, 4 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 7 walks. Carlos Quentin batting a 636. Here's the pitch. 6-4, walk plus. On a walk plus, we add 10. -1 for the ballpark factor. It's a -1 for walks, +1 for strikes, nothing for home runs. We're adding 9. That's a 28. That's a 9. And that is a walk. So they lead off with a walk. Infield going to double play depth. Strategy rolls a 17. Orlando Cabrera up. Cabrera is batting a 258. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-6. That's a blank. 2-6 ground ball. Back to Willis. That's a 3. That's going to be a double play. So Willis will add a +1 to the ground double play rating. That's a 4. That's a 3. That's going to be a double play. Jim Thome, 2 away. Jim Thome batting a 1-6. As we get to Jim Thome, we're going to take a look at the outfield, the defense for the Tigers. Thomas out there in left fielding at center. Ordonez at right. Going around the horn, Cabrera at third, Renzi at short. Polanco will be on second, Golan at third, at first. Rodriguez will be behind the plate, and Willis on the mound. Jim Thome batting a 161. And that's going to be 6-3. That's a hit by pitch. That's a 4. The 19 is too high. And the error and the rating for that's going to be a -1. 5-1, double star 3. Ground ball out there to Polanco. Out number 1. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on. We go to the after 1. We're tied at 0. We go to the top of the second. It's going to be Ordonez, Cabrera, and Jones due up for the Tigers. Ordonez batting a 333. 3-5, strikeout 8. That's a 5. Struck him out. Miguel Cabrera batting a 344. Here's the pitch. 5-5, strike 12. That's an 11. Struck him out. 2 away, and that's going to bring up Jacques Jones. Jones batting a 118. 1-1 blank. 1-3, ground ball to Cabrera. Out number 3. So the White Sox retire the Tigers in order, 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. Paul Corneco, Jeremy Dye, and Joe Creed due up for the White Sox. Paul Corneco batting a 182. 6-2 wild pitch. That's a foul ball. We're just going to re-roll the dice. 5-2 range play. 3-5 ground ball to Cabrera. Cabrera's range is a 1. That's a 1. Makes the catch on the fringe. And he takes the double away. Jeremy Dye. That would have been a double if it was outside of his range. Dye batting a 250. Here's the pitch. 4-2 double star. Ground ball to Polanco. Out number 2, and that's going to bring up Joe Creed. Creed batting a 156. 2-4 range play. 4-3. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Ordonez. Ordonez's range is on a 1-2. That's a 5. That's going to be a double for Creed. And Ordonez can't get to it in time, and that's going to put Creed on second. Anderson now up. So Brian Anderson's played in 3 games, and this is going to be his first at-bat. Strategy rolls a 9. Here's the pitch. 6-2 wild pitch on a 3. And that's going to move Creed over to third. So the White Sox now have a runner in scoring position. 3-3, flat ground ball to Polanco. And that is out number 3. No runs, one hit, no errors, and one left on. After two, we get nothing. We go to the top of the third. It's going to be Edgar Rentia, Ivan Rodriguez, and Brandon Ing due up for the Tigers. Rentia is batting a .250. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 5-3. That's a blank. 4-2, fly ball out there to Quentin. Out number one. Ivan Rodriguez, batting a .382. 3-3, range play. 4-6, double star 2. And that's going to be a range play to Creed. Creed's range is in a 1-4. That's a 4. Takes the double away and makes the play. Creed takes it, tosses over to Cornetto for the out. Brandon Ing batting an .063. Here's the pitch, 2 away. 1-3, that's going to be a walk. 16, that's a 12. And Ing is on. We have a steal attempt. That's a 12. And Ing will go over to second for that steal. Makes it easily. Top of the order, Clete Thomas 0 for 1, 4-4. Question mark. Single in a 1-4. The 9 is too high. 5-1, double star 5. Fly ball out there to Anderson. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors, and one left on. We go to the bottom of the third. Alex Ramirez, Toby Hall, Carlos Quentin due up for the Tri-Sox. 8-9-1. Ramirez batting at .333. 6-3, hit by pitch. That's a 3. 7 is too high. Did not hit him. 6-1, ground ball back to Willis. Out number one. Toby Hall batting at .200. Here's the pitch. Six-2, wild pitch. Nobody on. We're going to re-roll the bones. 3-3, walk plus. 13, that's a 5. And that's a walk. Top of the order, Carlos Quentin walked his first time up at bat. Strategy roll 5, infield at normal depth. 6-6 at the ballpark. We're going to go to U.S. Cellular Field for this play. 4-3. Power hit out there to Ing. On an 11. That's a home run. And that ball is hit dead center, home run. 2-run home run by Carlos Quentin. And that ball is out of here. White Sox on the board with a 2-run home run here in the bottom of the third. And he hit that one dead center at the scoreboard. Out there in center field. We go now to Orlando Cabrera, 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 1-3, possible error on a ground ball. 3-6. And that's going to be a possible error. 3-6 is going to be a power hit to Thomas. That's a 5. That's going to be a base hit. No error there. Thomas's error rating is at a 1-12. That's a 13. No error. So with that, Cabrera is on with a base hit. We have a pickoff attempt on a 1-6 for Willis. It's going to be a balk. It's a 7 outside of the range. Nothing happens. 6-6 at the ballpark. Once again, we go to U.S. Cellular Field. 6-2, ground ball to first. And that's going to be a double play. So 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors after 3. Chi-Sox 2, Tigers nothing. We go to the top of the fourth. It's going to be Presidio Polanco, Carlos Gullin, and Maglio Ordonez due up. Polanco is 1-for-1. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-3 blank. 2-1 single. And Polanco is on with a base hit. And with that, Carlos Gullin is up. Gullin is 0-for-1. Infield double play depth. Strategy rolls a 13. 5-4 blank. 4-2 ground ball back to Jose. And that's going to be on a fielder's choice. That is a 5, so that's going to be greater than both. So to roll with it being greater, the runner is out. Runner on first, forced out at second. And Gullin is on with a fielder's choice. Pickoff attempt on a 1-2 for Jose. 13, nothing happens. On a 20, it's an automatic pickoff attempt check. On a 1-3, that's going to be a walk. That's a 10. That's a 4. Runners on first and second. Miguel Cabrera is 0-for-1 with a strikeout. Strategy rolls a 7. 3-5 strike, 12. That's a 10. Struck him out. 2 away. Jacques Jones up. Jones is 0-for-1. Strategy roll 12. Here's the pitch. 2-5. Possible error on a ground ball. And that's going to be 5-3. Fly ball out there to die. And that ends the inning. Well, retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Paul Corneco, Jeremy Dye, and Joe Creed due up for the White Sox. Paul Corneco, 0-for-1. 6-4. Walk plus. That's going to be a walk. And with that, Dye will get on with a walk. All right, we go to, and if you're going to double play depth, Jeremy Dye is 0-for-1. And that's going to be a 1-4. Possible error on a ground ball. 3-1, double star 4. And that's going to be a ground ball to Cabrera. Cabrera's error rating is on a 1-20. That's a 20. That's going to be an error on a ground ball. And it's a 1-base error as Cabrera boots the ball. So runners now on first and second. Cornico will get the hold sign. Joe Creed 1-for-1 with a double. Strategy roll 13. Here's the pitch. 6-4. That's going to be a walk plus. That's a 19. That's a 3. And the bases are loaded. Ryan Anderson comes up. Anderson 0-for-1. Strategy roll 3. 6-2. Wild pitch. That's a 4. And on a wild pitch, we'll get a run scored as Paul will come home. Dye will go to third. Creed to first. Anderson 0-for-1 on the day. 4-1. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Ing. And that's going to be a 2. And the runner will advance. So Dye will score. And Creed will advance. 2 runs scored on a sacrifice flyout. And that is going to be 1 out squeeze play coming up. Infield normal depth as Ramirez will come in. He's 0 for 1 today right now. And that's going to be 3-5. Home run chant. Nope, that's going to be a bunt check here. Bunted defense choice. 1, retired the batter. 2, attempted to get the runner out from third. Roll 1d6 versus the BR rating of the runner in third. Higher than the runner is out. Subtract run if the infield is in. So they're going to get the batter out. They're going to retire the batter. So the batter is retired, and that's now 5-0 White Sox. We go now to Toby Hall, who's got a walk and a run scored in this game. 4-2, double star, fly ball out there to Thomas. And that will retire the side. 3 runs, no hits, and 1 error. We go to the top of the after 4. Chicago 5, Detroit nothing. We go to the top of the 5th. It's going to be Edgar Rentia, Ivan Rodriguez, and Brandon Ing due up for the Tigers. Rentia, 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 3-2, wild pitch. We're going to re-roll. That's a foul ball. And that's going to be 3-4. Possible error. 2-2, fly ball out there to Anderson. Anderson's error rating is a 0. That's a 4. No error there. Out number 1. Ivan Rodriguez, 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 1-5, strikeout 11. That's a 3. Struck him out. Brandon Ing with a walk. Here's the pitch, 2 away. And that's going to be 6-3, strike 15. That's a 10. Struck him out. Oh, no runs, no hits, no errors. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning. A very easy inning to score there. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Carlos Quinton, Orlando Cabrera, and Jim Thome due up for the White Sox. 1, 2, and 3. Willis can face one more batter. They are going to leave him in. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Top of the order, 5-5. Strikeout plus. That's a 20. That's a 14. Struck him out. Willis is now tired. Cabrera up. He's 1 for 2. The pitch. 4-1. That's going to be a walk. That's a 23. That's a 5. And that's a walk. So with Willis officially tired, what is Detroit going to do? Detroit says one more infield double play depth. Jim Thome, the call to the bullpen to warm up has been made. Thome 0 for 2 on the day. Strategy roll 4, infield double play, 5-2 range. 2-5, fly ball out there to Ordonez. Ordonez's range is on a 1-2. That's a 3. That's going to be a base hit. And it got past him. Cabrera, base run rating of a 4. It's a +2 from Ordonez out there to S9. The roll, if it's less than, we have a 2. That's a 4. Ordonez will go to third. And he advances to third at a +2 for the base run rating. So runners on the corners, and that's going to bring Paul. However, the call to the bullpen for the Tigers has been made. Dontrelle Willis has been pulled from this game. And they're going to go with Zach Minner. Let's take a look at his card. That's his card there. A couple strikeouts strewn around. A hit by pitch. on there. Minnow will come into the game with a 13.85 ERA. 1 and 1/3 inning pitched, allowed 2 hits, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats for Willis. Willis went 4 and 1/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned runs, 5 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 home run, 2 wild pitches, an ERA of a 5.42. Paul Cornico 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored, 1-4 range play. 2-3, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Ing. Ing's ranges on a 1-3. That's a 1. Takes the single away. And now we have a fly out, so runners on third with less than 2 outs. Roll 1d6 if less than the sacrifice rate. The runner will score, and with that, Cabrera will score. So Cabrera will score on a sacrifice fly. It's now 6-0. Jeremy Dye 0 for 2 with a run scored. Here's the pitch. 6-5, blank. 5-5, ground ball to Polanco. And that is out number 3. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. After 5, it's the White Sox 6, the Tigers nothing. We go to the top of the 6th. Lee Thomas, Placidio Polanco, and Carlos Gullin do up. Cleet Thomas, 0 for 2, the pitch. 1-4, strike 13, that's a 12. Struck him out. Polanco up, he's 2 for 2 on the day. The pitch, 1-1 blank. 2-4, and that's going to be a ground ball to Corneco. Out number 2. 2 away, Carlos Gullin up. Gullin 0 for 2 on the day. 6-3, strike 9, that's a 7. Struck him out. So the White Sox making quick work of the Tigers yet again. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. That's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Bottom of the 6th, Joe Creed, Brian Anderson, and Alexi Ramirez do up for the White Sox. Joe Creed, 1 for 1 with a double, a walk, and a run scored. 2-1 blank. 6-1, power hit to Ing. And that's a 9. That's going to be a base hit. Creed on with a base hit. And with that, Brian Anderson will come up. Anderson is 0 for 1 with an RBI. Here's the pitch. 6-1, strike 17. That's a 17. Struck him out. 1 away, infield, double play depth. Here's the pitch. 6-2 blank. 5-2, fly ball out there to Ordonis. 2 away. Toby Hall, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Infield, normal depth, no strategy rolls have been turned off. 6-5 blank. 2-3, fly ball out there to Ordonis. And that retires the side. No runs, no 1 hit, no errors. After 6, Chicago 6, Detroit nothing. We go to the top of the 7th. Maglio Ordonis, Miguel Cabrera, and Jacques Jones, 4, 5, and 6 do up for the Tigers. Magliodonis is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. The pitch. 1-3. That's going to be a walk. 10. The 18 is too high. 5-5. Ground ball to Creed. Out number 1. Miguel Cabrera, 0 for 2. Struck out his last 2 times up at bat. 6-6. That's a strike. That's a 12. That's a 9. Struck him out. And that's going to bring up Jock Jones, 0 for 2. 1-5, strike 13. The 20 is too high. 5-1, power hit to Quinton. That's a 19. That's a flyout. Quinton going all the way back to the wall. And Sig, take me out to the ball game. So another easy inning for the White Sox as they retired the Tigers in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be Carlos Quinton, Orlando Cabrera, and Jim Thome due up for the White Sox. Taking a look at the box score after 6.5 innings have been played, Detroit. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. Chicago, 6 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They scored 2 runs in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. Nothing yet across the board on the other side there so far. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Zach Maynard's still going to be in. He can face 4 more batters. 1, 2, and 3 due up for the White Sox. Top of the order, Carlos Quinton. 1 for 2 with a home run, a walk, a strikeout, a run. 2 RBIs on the day. 4-1, strikeout 9. That's a 3. Struck him out. Orlando Cabrera is 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. A walk and a run scored. 1-3 blank. 6-1. Base hit. And Cabrera's on with a base hit. Jim Thome, 1 for 3. And that's going to be 4-5. That's going to be a blank. And that's going to be 5-3. Fly ball out there to Thomas. Out number 2. 2 away with the runner on first. Paul Cornetto up. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, a run, and an RBI. 4-1, strike 11. That's a 5. Struck him out. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 7, Chicago 6, Detroit nothing. We go to the top of the 8th. It's going to be Edgar Rentia, Ivan Rodriguez, and Brandon Ing due up for the Tigers. Jose Contreras can face 2 more batters before he's considered tired. 2-4 blank. 6-1, power hit to die. On a 16, that's a fly out. 1 away. Ivan Rodriguez is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. 1-3, walk, 5. That's a 4, and that's going to be a walk. All right. Contreras is now tired. Infield going to double play depth. Brandon Ing is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. 1-5, and that's going to be a walk. And with that, we're going to bring in a new pitcher for the White Sox. Cleet Thomas is up. Do they go? And they're going to go with Boone Logan. A left, right, and a switch due up. Yep. Boone Logan is going to come in. Logan, 3 innings pitched, allowed 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, no walks on that. I mean, we do have to take a look here at the stats for Jose Contral. 7 1/3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts on the day, no ERA. 1 away with runners on first and second. 3-1. That's going to be a strike. That's a 13. That's a 7. Struck him out. Placidio Polanco up 2 outs with runners on first and second. 5-4 blank. 2-5 power hit to die. That's a 7. That's going to be a double. And 1 run scores. Ing will get the hold sign. Carlos Gullin is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. The pitch. 3-4, strike 10, 16, too high. 6-4, double star 1, fly ball out there to Anderson. And that retires the side. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and the Tigers finally break the shutout that the White Sox have held on them. Zach Minter, tired. They are going to go with a new pitcher here for the Tigers. So they're going to bring in a... So they're going to go with Clay Rapata. Two innings pitched, no hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Take a look at the stats here with that. Contralis, real quick, we're going to take a look at his ERA. It's at .63. Zach Minter went 2 2/3 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs, no earned runs, 3 strikeouts, an ERA of a 4.50. So Jeremy Dye up. Dye is 0 for 3. It's a Dye, Creed, and Anderson due up. 5-4 blank. 5-6 fly ball out there to Thomas. Out number 1. Joe Creed up. Creed is 2 for 2 on the day. The pitch. 1-2 hit by pitch. 9. Clay will give a +1. That's an 8. And that's a hit by pitch. Infield going to double play depth. Here's the pitch to Brian Anderson, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 2-5 blank. 5-1 fly ball out there to Ordonis. Out number 2. Alexi Ramirez is 0 for 2 with an RBI. Runner on first, 2 outs. 6-6 walk plus. That's a 13. That's a 9. And that's a walk. All right, Clay is now tired with runners on first and second. They're going to let him take 1 more batter and see what happens here. Toby Hall, 0 for 2. 6-4, blank. 6-6, single out there to Ing. Creed will come around to score on that. And the roll is equal to, that's a 3. Creed's base run rating is a 3. Creed will come home to score. Ramirez gets the hold sign. It's 7-1 White Sox, top of the order. And that's going to do it for Clay. They are going to go to the bullpen. Clay gets booed, and what fans here from Detroit, they boo him as he leaves the field. Bobby Say will come in to at least to try to close out this inning here. Bobby Say comes into the game with a 6.0 ERA. Pitched 3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. Taking a look here at the stats for Clay. Rapada went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch, an ERA of a 3.33. Responsible, however, for Ramirez and Hall as they reached base. Carlos Quentin, top of the order, is 1 for 3 with a home run, a walk, 2 strikeouts, an RBI, 2 RBIs, 5-1, possible error. 3-1, pump up to Polanco. Error rating is a 1-3. That's a 19. No error there. And that retires the side. 1 run, 1 hit, and no errors after 8. Chicago 7. Tigers 1. We go to the top of the 9th. Will the Tigers be able to find some 9th inning magic? Or will the White Sox be able to hold them off? We go now to the 9th inning. Taking a look at the box score after 8 innings have been played. Detroit finally ending the shutout. On 1 run, 3 hits with 1 error. Chicago 7 runs on 7 hits. No errors. They scored runs in the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and in the 8th. Top of the 9th, Boone Logan is done as pitcher. And they're going to go with Octavio Dotel. That's his card. Dotel will come in the game with a 3.91 ERA. Pitched 2 1/3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Take a look at the stats for Boone Logan. Went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 1 hit. No runs, no earned runs, 1 strikeout, no ERA. All right, he's going to face off against Ordonis, Cabrera, and Jones. Here's the pitch to Ordonis. Ordonis, 4-3, possible error on a throw. 2-5. And that's going to be a ground ball to Cabrera. Cabrera's error rating is at a 1-5. That's a 7. Out number 1. Miguel Cabrera. Cabrera's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. The pitch. 2-5. Home run. That's a 17. That's a 2. And that ball is gone. Solo home run for Cabrera. Two, and that's a solo home run down the left field side. Jacque Jones is 0 for 3. And that's going to be 6-3. That's going to be a strike. 13. That's a 10. Struck him out. 2 away. And the Tigers are down to their last out. Edgar Rentia up. He's 0 for 3. 6-1. Wild pitch. Reroll. 1-2. Strike 9. 17. Too high. 2-5, and that's going to be a double. So going to leave him in. Ivan Rodriguez is 0 for 2. 1-1. Strikeout plus. That's a 21. That's a 7. Struck him out. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. And that's the ball game. The Chicago White Sox defeat the Detroit Tigers 7-2. Final line score coming right up. So Jose Contreras will get his second win. Willis will pick up his first loss. Quentin, 3 home runs, and same with Cabrera, 3 home runs so far on this season for both teams. Detroit Tigers, 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 errors. Chicago, 7 runs and 7 hits, no errors. Let's take a look at the stats for both of those pitchers. And Jose Contreras, that's a second win, 7 1/3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, an ERA of a .63. Dontrelle Willis, 4 1/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned runs, 5 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 home run, 2 wild pitches, an ERA of a 6.51. Quentin hitting the only home run for the White Sox, and Cabrera hitting the only home run for the Tigers. So the Tigers are dropped to 6-4. Chicago will improve to 4-5. And that's going to do it for us here at U.S. Cellular Field. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up on your way through the turnstiles. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go live, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies and Field of Dreams. Until then, I'm Scooney007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Till then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.